After the death of Tupac, I thought I could walk off the battlefield and into a normal life, but I was wrong. It was a lively day in the spring of 2011. I was in the 9th grade in history class. I woke up from my usual class nap. All the students were working on their classwork while I am baffled. I walk over to my friends to ask them about the assignment. "It's your fault for sleeping, AK." I silently grumble and walk away. Suddenly, tremors start happening. The class gasped in horror. An earthquake started. The class scrambled out in chaos, pushing each other out of the way. Enormous cracks broke into the ground. All the students trampled each other. The ground started to open up. Shit, son. I tried to hang on to something, but it was futile. I fell into the darkness. I washed up on shore at Ocean City. The city was in ruin. Feeling like shit, I searched for survivors. No one was to be found. Later that evening, I crossed paths with my friends Dylan and Muhammad. We set up a shelter for the night. The next day, we searched for more survivors. We found none. Just then, in the distance, I see my friend Steezy. "Steezy, over here." Steezy came to us, and I aided him. We went around to send out a distress signal. An internment camp came our way. All the people were enslaved. A shadowy figure came out. It was Michael Jackson. Michael pulled out a gun from his vest, killed a bystander, and laughed hysterically.
"I will rule the entire world!"
We knew we had to do something. We left Ocean City to warn humanity. It was already too late. Michael had seized the nation. We regrouped at Area 51 and formed a resistance. The next day, we led an assault against Michael Jackson. We valiantly stood our ground, determined to reclaim our humanity. Michael's forces kept coming. We were overwhelmed. We thought we were doomed. But then, Alcatraz came and mowed them down in a bloody rampage. Suddenly, the ground began to quake vehemently again. The world around us began to crumble before our eyes. We retreated with great haste, as the very ground beneath us would swallow everyone else. Enormous pillars rose. It was Michael Jackson's citadel. It was so enormous, it put Tupac's to shame. We have to get in there. It's our only chance of seeing Michael and putting an end to this bastard. We ran like hell to the citadel, knowing what was at stake. "Ate, we need to get on that citadel now."
I just got out of a fight with the Pentagon. Their best idea is to launch a tactical nuclear strike.
"That is insane. The fallout is too dangerous."
They see it as a necessary price to stop Michael. I will delay them as long as I can. Whatever you're going to do it fast. Time is very much against us.
Within seconds, Jetfire came to our aid and flew us to the citadel. Jetfire came close, but Michael's followers began to mercilessly shoot us down. "I'm hit! I can't stay up much longer! I'm gonna emergency drop you! I'm bailing out!" We landed hard on the citadel. Michael's followers began to shroud us, and I thought the bloody outlaws were bad enough. We gave our all to fight our way through, but just overwhelmed. Just then, Adam Lanza came to our aid and gave Michael's followers a pool of their own blood to drown in. We made it inside and sneaked our way to the engine room. The sound of huge machinery roared throughout.
AK, they are going to turn the key. Hurry up.
We placed explosives on vital parts and took cover. Ate, structural integrity degrading rapidly. Tell them to call it off. The place shook like hell. Michael's minions came on the TV announcing to the other minions to evacuate. Steezy went up to the TV.
Tell Jackass we're coming for him.
Why don't you just tell me yourself?
You're done, Jackass!
Steezy said as he punched and broke the TV. We fought our way to the control room where Michael was hiding. But then, R. Kelly appeared.
You motherfuckers ain't going nowhere.
You guys just go. I'll handle him.
But, AK,
Steezy said in great disbelief. He's going to get away. Don't let that happen. My friends looked at me in great uncertainty. They went on ahead knowing the cost. I turned back to R. Kelly. Okay, let's dance. Dylan, Muhammad, and Steezy entered the control room. The place was tearing itself apart.
give it up, Jackass!
Steezy exclaimed.
Burn in hell! All of you!
Michael popped smoke pellets. From the mist of the smoke popped out Jay-Z and Beyonce. Muhammad went after Beyonce. Dylan went after Jay-Z. Steezy went for Michael. Beyonce was swift and brisk like Copperhead. She overwhelmed Muhammad and pinned him down. Beyonce readied her knife to kill Muhammad. Muhammad grabbed Beyonce by the neck and vehemently headbutted her. Muhammad then kicked her off of himself. Beyonce was intensely dizzy. Muhammad stabbed Beyonce in the eye and tackled her off a ledge, slamming her on a very, very conveniently placed spike. Dylan took Jay-Z head on. Dylan had the upper hand until Jay-Z pulled out a cleaver, but Dylan dodged out of the way, disarmed Jay-Z, broke his arm, and heel kicked him in the face. Dylan sliced off Jay-Z's head. He walked away like a boss. Steezy and Michael engaged in a fierce duel. Steezy uppercutted Michael's nose off. Michael was a cheap-ass bitch and meat-shotted Steezy. Michael picked Steezy up by the throat and prepared to throw him to his death.
I would have waited an eternity for this.
Just then, I came out of nowhere and shot Michael 4 times. Michael fell down. Steezy grabbed onto the ledge. Michael used his last bit of life and hanged onto Steezy's leg.
You're going down with me!
Steezy activated the spikes in his boots and stamped on Michael's arms. Michael fell to his death. It was only gonna end one way for him, I said to my brother Steezy as I helped him up. Dylan and Muhammad came to our aid. Suddenly, large debris began to fall on us. Let's go. We rushed to escape the citadel, but an impolite debris blocked our way. Dylan put a C4 charge on the wall. We jumped out. The wings in our suit activated. We landed in a forest. We made it out. The next day, we witnessed peace and tranquility.